day 6 of the 1 year of meditating and lack of Facebook and cleaning. I have a microphone that works now, so hopefully this is much louder for everyone. Maybe if I move it here. It's weird, I don't know if that works or not. I'll check it. Let me just check it. All right, I checked it. I watched footage of me saying, let me just check it, and it turns out the mic sounds good. One thing that's been coming up for me is I've noticed a pattern of a lot of different people around me basically worried about if they do what their calling is, if they do what the things they want to do are, that they're going to lose something. I know someone who has a subconscious that if she does her dreams that, there's a guy in her life that she won't get to see as much or she won't get to be with. And I know someone else who has an issue with money and they want to really do what they love, but they feel like they have to keep working at this job they hate. And one thing that started to come through me in all those situations is this revelation that when you make something outside of you more important than your soul, you'll lose both things. Because if you're trying to make someone happy and you're not listening to your calling, now the other person doesn't get the real you. They get this person that's scared that you're not making them happy, right? So they aren't getting the life of what you are. They aren't getting your soul or your calling or your passions. They're getting codependence. They're getting a burden. And a lot of times if you're scared that you'll lose someone and you make them more important than your soul, you're actually setting yourself up to be completely codependent. And if you are completely codependent, you're setting yourself up to only be able to be with someone who would like to control you. Right? Like someone who, when you're like people pleasing, you would only be able to be with someone who can handle that wants to take advantage of that and would use you in that way. So if you make someone else more of a priority than your soul, you will only attract people who want you to make them more of a priority than yourself. If you make yourself a priority over other people, you'll get a lot more than you thought. You'll get, first of all, your soul. You'll get your heart, you'll get your fulfillment, you'll get your freedom. But you'll also really get to take your choice of some of the greatest people in the world, because the only people that will be attracted to that are people who also completely are tapped into their soul. It might be intimidating for some people that are codependent or people pleasers. They might like it, but you won't be attracted to that. You'll go, I need to expand. I need my heart open because I've opened my own heart. Now I need to be with someone and be around people that can open my heart more, because I can open their heart because my heart's open. So now I want to be with other people who can take me farther in my heart too. If you are not going after your dreams and doing the things that you want to do because of money, in other words, you'd love to take the time to do what you want to do and go to that place or meditate or whatever, but you have this job that you hate, you're actually losing, I promise you, you're losing more money than if you do the thing. Because you're holding on to that money, it's your God over you. You are doing something you don't want to do, and you're holding on to this thing that's not you. And it's heavy, and you're using fear to make the money, and there's no calling in it. When you make yourself priority, what you don't understand is you'll start to be handed a journey that will tell you this next step and this next step and this next step. And as you keep doing that, you will keep freeing yourself. And the freer you are, the more you feel called to free other people. The more you will feel called to write your book, the more you'll feel called to have this insight, because the freedom that you will feel from listening to your calling is actually one of the most important products that you can offer someone themselves. There's so many different ways to help people move into their hearts and learn who they are. And one of the biggest things we're here to do is to free ourselves completely by listening to what we want to do, not what we should do so we won't lose something or someone, but what we want to do. And when we listen to what we want to do, it frees us, and we start to be on this journey of bliss, and then we start to really hear the what we want to do, and we do the next thing and the next thing and the next thing. And then you can easily see all the people who don't do what they want to do, and you can help them. Now, I'm not saying this has to be the career everybody has, but after a while, as you free yourself, you start to see the world as unnecessarily encaged. And you want to be able to help the people that are asking for it. There's also a ton of people that aren't asking for it, and that's great. That's where they are in their life, and that's fine. But one of the things you are here to do is liberate yourself. You don't have to be stressed all the time. You don't have to be mad. You don't have to hate your life. You don't have to think, why me? That's all falling apart so that you can free yourself, expand yourself, and realize that all that mind crap, all that fear, all that holding on that you're scared of losing was blocking what you are, the essence of what you are. What you actually are under that is total freedom, total love, total bliss. And when you're in pain, it's because you're choosing to block the feeling of the bliss that you are with the chaotic fears of your mind and listen to those versus observing them and observing them from the body and being the body that's looking at all this, observing all of you, being the space, feeling your emotions and letting it take care of itself at its pace, not like trying to fix with your mind, but actually just being. If you think I hate my life, that's not you talking. That's another voice from your past that thinks that you should do something a certain way. And where is that should coming from? What are you talking about? Where is that should? Who says what you have to do? No one. And when you listen to your calling, all you want to do is create and help and love. You don't want to hurt anyone. You don't want to destroy anyone. You don't want to put anyone down. But think about where that should is. I should do this. Or else what? Someone doesn't like you, you think. If they don't, then they don't matter. If they don't like you for listening to your calling, they don't matter. That's the truth. And you might go, well, what about my parents or whatever? You have a right to do what you are here to do and not just keep other people happy. You have a right to follow that calling. And when you have this, I should do this, where is that should coming from or what? Really take that in. I learned that. I read it on Google that I should do it this way. If I don't work this many hours a week, I'm a bad person. If I don't get this much sleep, I'm crappy. Where is your should coming from? Mom said this. Is that the truth, though? Whether she said it, does that mean it's the truth of how life works? We hand so much power to our parents and think everything they said is the word. And maybe you're here to have your life and not what they said, too. Maybe they can give you some guidance in certain ways that fulfill you and add to your life, but maybe also your calling inside you is the new thing you're going to look at and listen to. What are you worried will fall apart? Ask yourself that. This person might not like me. Okay, you're still alive after that. What you don't know is if that thing that you're scared will fall apart falls apart. Your mind thinks it's going to die, so it spends every waking moment trying to stop something from happening that's been trying to happen for years, because when it falls apart, you'll access your heart. Ha! That's a funny rhyme. When it falls apart, you'll access your heart. Cease. I'm trying to create one of those Hafiz posters. This is dumb at the end here. Know that you have a calling in you, and that the thing that you're trying to save, when you're ignoring your calling because you're trying to save something, you're going to lose both things. When you make your calling first, you'll gain everything. If money is more important than your soul, you're going to lose both. If losing other people is more important to you than finding your soul, you're going to lose both. If you find your soul, you'll get to choose the life you want. And the people that you really don't want to lose will turn out to be amazing. They'll be aligned with you. It'll be fine. And the money will come flying in when you listen to your soul. So many people that make money priority are losing millions and millions of dollars. And what they do make goes right to their addictions because they're not fulfilled. So take in that you have a calling and you can make that first. Day 6.